Hello, good evening. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I greet you all. Happy Sunday. Welcome to another live video. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, good morning, G. Simon. Good evening. I greet you, my brother. I greet you. Welcome to another live video. It's been a while. Hello, everybody. Good evening, good day. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Blessing, and you're welcome to my Blessedom TV. So, if you are new to my channel, you're welcome, and I hope you are going to smash the subscribe button, and also don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you so much if you just did that. So, over the weekend, there was a lot of booze going on in Igbo land in Oba, Anambra State, and there was a lot of money spraying, the doings, everybody was saying doings, in doing style. That so the doings was, the money they were throwing. I mean, the videos are just everywhere. The whole thing kind of proliferated, and the internet was just saturated with it, and everybody was like all over the place, and Igbo people and all those things. So I just thought that I should do this video to reflect on what happened over the weekend, and talk about Igbo culture as a sub topic, and also just generally in relation also to the political landscape of Nigeria at this point in time. So what do I want to say about what is going on in Oba? So the burial of Obi Cubana's mother was more like a carnival. And this is not to say that this is the first time something like that is happening in the Southeast, but it just happened that this is coming from a an entertainment background. So I think the man is in entertainment. So, when it's going on with him, he just kind of took over the whole internet sphere. But having this kind of huge carnival like burials or whatever, is always something that happens in the Southeast, and a lot of people have argued against it, and some are also for it, how these kind of things go. So I, for one, even though I like to say, okay, maybe it went overboard, think about the influence on those young villagers who are just seeing somebody spray money and they can barely eat, like, just kind of reflect on what you are doing on the larger society, and how it's going to be pushing them to inordinately want to acquire money so they too can throw. So other than that, we can also see what is going on there. In the last couple of months, we've been hearing this rhetoric against Hausa, Fulani, and herdsmen, people who rear these cows. And during the Cubana's mother's burial, what we saw was a lot of cows, more than 500 cows were gifted to him. And like, there was just so many cows brought in by these same northerners, and they had a barbecue stand, and they were making the meat for them and serving everybody. And in that meeting, you see everybody was there, people from all walks of life, people from all parts of the country. Even Davido was there, even this Abakiari, who was the policeman, the special agent cop that went into Imo State to quell the ESN, this ESN, or gunmen crisis. He was also there. So it just kind of shows you, like, okay, look at the best of the best of the best of the Igbos, the huge personalities you have among Igbos, and they are there being served by the Fulani herdsmen that have supposedly poisoned all the cows and are out to get Igbo people and to kill Igbo people. But they were there, they brought the cows, and they were there, everybody was celebrating, and all the fanfare that was going on, you see. So I think that when you look at what is going on there, you see that this whole rhetoric, all this confusion that happened in the last week, imagine if it has continued up till now. Something like this cannot happen. For example, somebody cannot just come and say he wants to do burial in the southeast, and people of all walk of life will be coming in, because it will be a very dangerous decision to take, that you want to go to the southeast because it's unsafe, because there is unrest there. But because they were able to contain that problem that was coming up through this this IPOB and all this ESN and all these unknown government problems, you see that people were able to come in comfortable. So right now there is relative peace. People were moving around, and people had the freedom to fall in and fall out. And you see security men going with the people, the big guys with the big monies, they were all being protected by the Nigerian security, Nigerian police, and they were walking around there, seeing to it that there was protection for all those big people. So you see what we are saying all this time, that all this thing is just happening online. It is not on the ground. It's not for the people. The people don't want this. The people don't want this kind of killing and mayhem in their domain. The people just want peace. The people want to associate with other people. The people just want to live a life. But you bring this rhetoric of hatred, and you incite people against other people. You incite one tribe against other tribe. You just go on and on and on and on, and causing people to lose their life just because of what you are saying. And at the end of the day, nothing can be said to be founded on all the things that have been said. So this is one of the points to be made. And then another thing to be said also is, look at the caliber of people who were there, who have all this money, in the same Nigeria that is marginalizing them, in the same Nigeria that they are not free. You see, so you see that people are free, they are coming in at their own will, they are being protected by Nigerian government, they are being respected by the Nigerian people, and you see that they are free, and they are doing what they want, how they want it. Because if you are not free, you cannot operate in this manner. If you are not free, like even in this country, like even in any Western country, you cannot throw money, this huge sum of money, just literally throwing it in the air and everybody cashing and picking it, because they want to trace all the money. They want to know how much everybody has. You understand me? So you see what we are saying, like, see how free they are, and look at the amount of money in display. Look at the list of the money that they have said that they donated, because most of it will be support from his friends and himself also. And look at the amount of money that is flowing there, and then you begin to wonder if they can come together and have this kind of party. What stops them from having this kind of gathering and using that force for something other than just celebrating? There is a place for celebrating, and celebrating the life, and having that fanfare. you know it has come to stay as Igbo culture, but must it remain in this minimum, animalistic instinct way of displaying some kind of juvenile delinquents, that people, adult men, are throwing money on themselves? Like, think about it. Must it be just only in this way? You understand? So if you have people who have this kind of money, and there are so many, and they are coming from one region, then it's time for them to pull that resources together and synergize. There is no point in saying maybe they spend too much money. There is no need for that, because at the end of the day, they will say you cannot tell somebody who made the money how to spend the money. And you cannot make a case that there are poor people, they should help the poor and all those kind of a thing, because they will say, they did not ask you not to make your own money. But I've heard that Obi Cubana, that he helps people, he empowers people from his place. He gives them like a million to do their business and stuff like that. So that one is individual endeavor. It is good, it is commendable. But how about if they can come together in with this force that they came together to celebrate, and move some kind of political will for the region, or for even the state, like for example, or even for the state of Anambra. Like, we need to see something more than that, instead of crying and saying they are the one marginalizing us, and you are the one that is a millionaire. You are the one that is throwing money in the air. You are the one that is throwing bundles of money, not even individual money. So, and you are the one saying they are marginalizing you. You see, so I just look at all the whole fanfare, and I think that maybe even though it is Igbo culture, you know maybe it is time to rethink how you do these things, because throwing money is lavish, is beautiful. But I believe that if you really want to immortalize somebody that is very dear to you, you can also have something like a foundation. You can also have something like a scholarship board. Like, you can set up a something, to commemorate your mom. Like, the money that was thrown around there, it could actually be channeled in an organized way, and still make that impact, and still make that memorial. There are people that build memorials, and for one purpose or the other, and it will be channeled in that form for a long time into the future. And there are people, for example, that like, for here, for example, they will invest in some kind of maybe research. They will invest in they will establish a foundation that grants scholarship. Maybe, it doesn't have to be big scholarship. Just scholarship, maybe scholarship for primary education. And you have that scholarship, and people will just go through it in an organized manner. And you can, in 10 years time, you can say, this number of children have been able to pass through this foundation, all this kind of a thing. So argument can be made about that, because people will say, why don't you go and make your own money and do those things? I'm just saying that I think that there is a place for the fun and the fanfare, but there is also a place in rethinking the culture and evolving it, to be more representative of the realities of today. For example, in a situation whereby a lot of young people don't have work, they don't have, source of income, and all of a sudden people come in and throw money. You have to be thinking about the impact on their psyche. Is it going to encourage them to go and be desperate to make money at all costs, by all means, that kind of a thing? What do we really want to achieve with this? You understand? I feel like, yeah, in order not to be like, say, I'm condemning, there's nothing like condemning everything. But I know that for a fact, if you come to a place like Germany now and throw this kind of money, the police will be all around here waiting for you by the time you are done in that place. And because somehow they don't want to people to have money that is unaccounted for. Like, they cannot account for how much you have and how you got that money. And so people will have money in their control that they cannot pay taxes from, So this is something that they don't like. But this is the freedom that Nigeria accords Nigerians, because in Nigeria you are so free, so you can do some all this kind of a thing. You can shoot money, you can throw bottles of money, and you go back and do your business as usual. Nothing is going to bother you about that. So these are the freedoms that Nigeria gives to the citizens, that they don't even understand that this is part of being free. This is excessive freedom that allows you to have this kind of carnivals where you throw money and exhibit this kind of fanfare with money. So yeah, that said, what I'm trying to say in essence is, there is place for this kind of celebration, but I hope that the culture can evolve in a way that this need and this wanting to commemorate and immortalize a loved one can be done in a more 21st century like way, like having foundations, like having schemes, like pushing together for something that will elevate the region as a whole. Because let's look at it. How can you have millionaires in one region and they are the one crying, and you have many of the non-state actors from this region making demands on the federal government, something that their money can actually do if they synergize, pull the resources together and use it to push forward what they want to achieve? You understand me? So I feel like, at the end of the day, we see that there was a lot of people who were able to calm down, because the mayhem that the people who are following Kanu wanted to cause in the southeast did not succeed. So because of that, they are able to calm down. And I think these are the peacefulness of the region that we forget, like the peacefulness of the region that we take for advantage and say, oh, we don't even acknowledge that peacefulness. But look at the few times that peace was not there. You couldn't have gone to the southeast to go and celebrate. It is not possible. Good evening, Faith. Good evening. You couldn't have gone to the southeast to celebrate if not that it was contained. So let's learn from what has happened in the past and appreciate the peace that we have, and not be giving into anybody that is going to be coming and promising you heaven and earth and taking away the little peace that you have, and taking away the destroying the little resources that is available, infrastructure that is available. And we can also see that since we have this number of people who have all this money and who display all this money, and most importantly, the monies, most of the time they made it outside of Igbo land. There is no reason to antagonize other people from other regions, because the wealth that they are displaying, that are Igbos, they have acquired it from all of Nigerians, not just from Igbo region. So there is really no need to want to confine everybody to this part of Nigeria, because look at the wealth. They all came in from somewhere else. You see them arriving with private jets, with all forms of transportation. You see that they were coming in. They were coming in. So where are they coming in from? They are coming in from other parts of Nigeria. You see, so the issue of Nigeria is not something that somebody can just break the country from radio, from outside, or people who are not involved in politics will just kind of do anything and somehow the country will yield to them. It doesn't happen. You have to look at it that even Boko Haram has been fighting the government for more than 10 years and it's not giving in. What makes you think you, a non-state actor, is the one that is going to be able to do that? You are not going to be able to do that. You just cause on endless violence in your region and decimate the region, and you will stand to gain nothing. So yeah, to come to a conclusion, I would like to hope that this event has shown us that we have the people, we have the money, we have what it takes. So the time of complaining and blaming other people have to stop. It is time for us to look inwards and actually try to introspect to understand what exactly is our problem, what exactly is the problem, and not pointing at other people, and be able to synergize and use the resources. And if we cannot use the resources that people from Igbo extraction already have, and push the region to what we desire, we don't have any right to point finger at anybody. We don't have anything right to point finger at anybody. And lastly, I really hope that the people who have all this money would be able to be conscientious in the way they display this wealth, because you have to think about the people who are looking at you. What do you want them to learn from what you are doing? Even though it's your money, even though you are the one that make the money, even though you are the one that is making it rain, you are the one that know how you got the money, but you have to be thinking about the young people who are looking at all this display of obscene wealth. What do you think they are going to be thinking? What do you think they are going to be doing? They are not, and you tell them to hustle, hustle. What do you mean by hustling? Define it for them, break it down for them. You understand me? So let us also be thinking about other people, there are people who say, are you in love with poverty? Why are you talking against people who have money and all those things? No, it's not about being against them. No, 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 it's not about that. But you have to consider there are people who don't know what life is all about. They only see, and when they see something like that, and anything they see, they hear that, if you do like this, you hit money. If you do like this, they will want to do it because they want to receive those accolades that those people received. Is every society have their high class and high society things, but it's the way they do it is tempered. You understand? It's kind of tempered. It's not just an open event for the whole world. But high class event, it is kind of contained. You come with invitation and those kind of a thing. You have branded things there. It's really high society. It's not just in your face like that. So I think that we should try to evolve out of this simplistic, this kind of, like it's almost like children, wanting to be naughty and, like trying to, like, I can't place words to it, but I really hope that we can evolve beyond this, and do things more properly, and do things that will build up the next generation, and not encourage this rat race, inordinate ambition to accumulate wealth and mindless, obscene display of wealth and all those kind of a thing, that we would evolve into more measured, more controlled, more organized way of even high society events. So yeah, this is really what I wanted to share with you guys. And yeah, sorry for the people who wanted to cause problem for the region. You see now, the cow was brought in by the Fulani herdsmen that you like to hate on, and you see now, you need them, we need each other. There is a role everybody plays. Nobody is not without any needs, and it's one hand wash this one, the other one, well, no one has it all. So even if you have the money and you need source of meat, source of protein, you don't have it, you have to buy it. So you exchange your money for the service, and and that is how life goes on. So there's no need to hate anybody because of where they come from, because of their means of livelihood. Because we also have our own. We go into other people's region, we trade, we offer them our services, and they buy from us, and they allow us to render our service to them, and we're able to make our money. Why not in the southeast also? Why must somebody be allowed to propagate this level of hatred and animosity? There is no need for that. So my people, I hope that I came across clearly. I don't want to drag this video too long. I know that it's getting long. Yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you have something to add, please feel free. You can add in, write your comment. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, very important. And yeah, tomorrow I'm going to upload a video where I want to talk about Bishop Oyedepo that sacked some of his ministers because they did not meet the target. So stay tuned to my channel, support my channel, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye for now. Bye.